So I'm very excited to bring out Kyan Drance to show you just what we can do with iPhone. And Kyan is our Senior Director of iPhone Product Marketing. Kyan?
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. A12 Bionic was designed for iPhone, not any other smartphone. This is one of the reasons why our team can deliver a chip designed for incredible performance, great battery life, for everything iPhone needs, from our everyday tasks to our most advanced technologies, such as every time you look at your phone and unlock it with Face ID, or play an immersive game on our edge-to-edge Super Retina display. And each time you take a remarkable photo, every single thing you do touches the chip, the CPU, the GPU, or any other powerful component all throughout, best in class and designed for iPhone for the very best performance. So, next time you unlock your phone, perhaps launch photos, searching through the thousands of photos you have to find just the one you're looking for, deciding how to share it amongst different apps such as Messages, and then moving on to the next thing with multitasking, perhaps landing in Maps to find directions. A12 Bionic makes these everyday tasks feel fast and effortless. And A12 Bionic, with the performance updates in iOS 12, helps apps launch up to 30% faster. So we're focused on these everyday experiences, but even beyond that, such as those that make use of machine learning. Now, we've used machine learning for a number of years now to make our features even better, such as quick type suggestions in Messages, in Memories, how we curate your photos and videos, getting real-time suggestions in Maps when you need them, our True Tone adaptive display, of course, finding the very best photo of your cat or other pet. But what's really remarkable this year is that our next generation neural engine unlocks the power of real-time machine learning. This is incredibly important for apps like Camera, and we use that depth information for portrait mode and portrait lighting. In Animojis, mapping those 50 different facial muscles over your face in a live FaceTime call. That is computationally really intense. And of course, our immersive AR experiences, our fun new Memoji, and the new Clips app launching this fall will make use of portrait segmentation on the neural engine for even better selfie scenes like the one you see here in Incredibles 2. In iOS 12, we're also announcing and launching Siri shortcuts, so you can get even more done with just a tap or by asking Siri to help. You can easily create a shortcut with multiple steps like the one I used this morning. Let's take a look. I just press and hold or ask Siri to run my Keynote Day shortcut. Now, the first thing it'll do, it'll kick off my HomeKit enabled accessories, then I'll order my morning coffee. It'll tell me how long it takes for me to go pick it up. And then it'll kick off the reminder I set to not forget my badge, get me driving directions, and start my music playlist. And here we go. And this is just one of many things that you can do with Siri shortcuts. We're really excited this year to be opening up our neural engine to Core ML. And Core ML is going to get a lot faster. It's going to get up to 9 times faster. But it's going to run with as little as 1/10 the energy. This is tremendous. It means developers can run their most complex, most advanced neural networks in their apps and do so even more often, then freeing up the power of the GPU for more immersive graphics like never before, which, by the way, is really useful for augmented reality. And this is another area that we're focused on. That camera viewfinder has turned into a wonderful window to these new AR experiences, such as this app here called Fishing Go, that lets you turn your surroundings into this immersive marine aquarium where you can discover more than 200 species of sea life. iPhone XS is the best platform for AR. We custom calibrate our cameras and sensors for the best AR experience. And A12 Bionic, the GPU, helps us render realistic graphics, the ISP for real-world lighting, and the neural engine for object reflections, and more. and it joins the best AR software with ARKit 2, where apps can access enhanced surface and object detection, persistent experiences, multiple users, and we've even included a new Measure app built in. And with AR Quick Look, you can look at a 3D object like this one here in Safari, and with just a tap, bring it out into the real world. Isn't that amazing? So you've heard some examples today of how A12 Bionic is accelerating real-world, everyday scenarios, but also enabling new experiences. But it doesn't end with us. It also extends out to our talented pool of developers in that wonderful ecosystem, where they have access to the best software with iOS 12 and the A12 Bionic. This takes us to the next generation of apps, and we're thrilled to have 3 developers here today to show you what's possible in just a short amount of time. Now, our first developer is making use of the CPU and GPU to take their game to the next level of impact. Please welcome Todd Howard, Game Director of Bethesda Game Studios.
Thanks, Diane. Thank you. You know, I wrote my first game when I was 12 on an Apple II. And I gotta tell you, I took full advantage of every single one of those low-res 40 by 40 pixels. And it's amazing how far we've come. With the technology that is packed into our phones, we can now start reaching for games that are more than simple diversions, but experiences that can truly transport you. And in the new iPhone, we've been able to do just that. Let's take a look at our new Elder Scrolls game, Blades. Like the series is known for, it is a massive first-person role-playing game full of stories, quests, and an incredible world to explore. You play one of the Blades, the Empire's elite warriors, and you'll define your own character and how you want to engage in combat. You can use defense, melee, or magic. And on the iPhone's OLED screen, we can pull out all of the detail that you'd usually miss in the bright and the dark areas. You can see the lighting from these crystals bloom, reflect off of the water. We can have that lighting bounce off of the walls. And we can even have it reflect off of your sword. Additionally, we can use the new stereo widening on the iPhone so you can hear the forest around you, all without headphones. And scenes like this used to only be possible in your living room on a high-end gaming console. We can do them now on your phone while doing full-screen post-processing, all while rendering 40% faster than before. You'll see the sword follows Craig's specific movements and timings. It feels incredible. And that new depth of field camera effect really lets you focus your actions during combat. And spiders are just terrifying. We've been able to pull off some incredible environments that just weren't possible before. 12-year-old me would not be able to comprehend all of these pixels, all 2.7 million of them. As we battle this lich, we can use the power of the phone to bring all those parts together. The visuals, the sound, and even haptic feedback on your attacks. It's not just immersive, it transports you. You may have fought dragons in Skyrim, but you've never experienced the Elder Scrolls like this and on your phone. Blades is coming to iOS this fall. It's available for pre-order right now. We'll see you out there.
Thank you, Todd. Now, our next developer is going to enable an entirely new use case for the iPhone camera using Core ML. Here's David Lee, CEO of Next Team. and Steve Nash, two-time NBA MVP and a new member of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Cayenne. Homecourt is an app that uses Core ML to track basketball shots by simply pointing your iPhone at a court.
When I was young and learning the game, I never really knew if I was doing the right things to improve my game. I would spend hours and hours shooting by myself, just hoping I was refining the techniques that would take me to the next level. I've been working closely with the Homecourt team on a tool that will revolutionize basketball training, and I can't wait to show you what we can do with the new iPhone.
We couldn't bring a basketball court here, so we went out last week and saw Steve training an athlete. We now have a screen recording of our app running on the new iPhone. Let's take a look. The app recognizes the hoop and the court automatically. Tap Start, and it will start tracking basketball shot attempts, the makes, indicated by the dots on the floor, and misses by the red X's drawn as an overlay right on the court. With the new iPhone and Core ML 2, we see a massive performance gain that allows us to do a lot more. The powerful A12 Bionic that our Core ML models run up to 9 times faster, and that unlocks new features that were not possible before. Let's take a look at what's going on under the hood. Only on a new iPhone, we can run real-time player tracking, real-time post estimation, real-time ball detection, and trajectory estimation all at the same time. We call this real-time shot science that tracks 6 metrics for every single shot the player takes. These insights are not visible to the naked eye.
To become a great shooter, you need to practice every day. You need to shoot at game speed and with the right posture. I focus my students on staying low and stable when they shoot. Homecourt is giving players immediate feedback to help them understand if they are practicing with the right form. Release time is also a great indicator of whether the player is shooting at game speed while staying low. These meaningful insights and feedback just weren't possible before.
When you select release time from the set, it will be displayed on screen, and the app can also give audio feedback through the built-in stereo speaker or your AirPods.
As players train with real-time feedback, they build muscle memory. I really wish that when I was younger, we had these tools. Homecourt is great for every basketball player who wants to get better, whether you're a beginner or a pro.
The most amazing part is this is all done with just your new iPhone. There are no sensor on the player, no sensor on the ball, and no sensor on the court. And that's Homecourt real-time shot science, shipping as an update this fall. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave and Steve. Wow, that was something. Okay, so our third app makes use of AR to do even more in a game. Here's Atlee Marr, CEO of Directive Games.
Thanks, Cayenne. Playing with friends at the arcades has always been a lot of fun. Generations of gamers have enjoyed countless hours playing some of the world's best titles. And now in AR, we are able to have our own arcade cabinet wherever and whenever we want. And with ARKit 2, multiple players are able to share the same AR experience. Joining me here are my friends, and they are eager to climb the leaderboards. Andrea, Shuhai, Alessandra, are you guys ready?
We're ready to battle, Atlee.
This is Galaga AR. Just like the classic, you eliminate your enemies, you avoid being attacked, and you grab power-ups. With the additional GPU core, we are able to render scenes like the stun effect. This is something that we could not do before. And the new iPhone stereo widening makes things sound really immersive. Just listen to this epic boss battle. Last year, we shipped our first AR game. And now, with new features of ARKit 2 and the power of the new iPhone, we are able to craft experiences at a much higher fidelity, as well as connect players, both digitally and in the physical world. Look for the first game in our AR Arcade series on the App Store later this year. Thank you.
Wow. Well, we can't wait for you guys to experience those apps and games. This is really just the beginning. We're scratching the surface of what's going to be possible on the iPhone XS and the A12 Bionic. No other chip in the world would allow us to do this. Thank you, and now back to Phil.